once again here today as these two rivals are set to square off, and we are set to bring it to you. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Lost a throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Hunt is in the air. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Really nice job by the defense there. Expecting run on that play, making the tackle, and now giving yourself a chance to get off the field.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick completion on the out route. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Right, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry renewed from a long time ago, but since joining the conference, A&M has dominated Arkansas. Arkansas looking to get a little payback.
It always feels big when you watch this game. We've seen so many of these games in recent years being played at Jerry World, and with all the speed on the field from both sides, this is always, I think, one of the more fun games to watch every season.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Swings it out to his running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea of trying to get this guy the ball in space. He's really, really dangerous, but that's just a better job tackling on defense for no gain.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on 3rd down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
They never ask how, they always ask how many. And that ping off the crossbar, inches away from a miss. It was a pretty long kick. Kicker gets just enough of it and puts 3 on the board.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
right back to the air on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Breaks into the open. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here comes the heat. This time he's got it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Just keep slinging it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Rocket. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Offense trying to go with some misdirection in the run game to the boundary, but the defense was there. They're able to corral the back behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. He leaves it with his back. He stopped short of the first down, but he gets it into plus territory on the scramble, and now decision time on 4th. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. He'll set up to throw. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Turning it on. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
To the air on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Leaves it with the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Puts it out of the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires left. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On third down, he drops to throw. Release to the back. He makes a grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Touchdown, Aggies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Texas A&M going quickly. The give to the tailback. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Military start! Military!
Quick release by the QB. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. So this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll give it to him again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looking to scramble. Finds his man. It's Rocket. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Works the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Aggies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking for the score. He's got it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And 3rd down. Great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on a quarterback.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Loses 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They're going to run it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the route is on.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll move the tight end. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be tough sledding for this quarterback now. You're trailing, you're in the second half. Defense knows you've got to throw it. You're going to have to sit in the pocket under duress and start making throws in tight windows. It's not an easy situation by any stretch, but big-time players make big plays in big games.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got his man on the right. There he goes. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss, and with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
He's got him this time, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Here we go.
They'll go to the air. He gets in there for the two-point conversion, and now we have a two-possession game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Final play of the quarter coming. Leaves it with the running back. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
The give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
You got to give it to this defense, too, because they know they've got to get off the field. They need the ball back, and they know the offense is going to run it. So getting more bodies close to the line of scrimmage and the big fellas up front winning the one-on-one battles, that's been the big key to them. Only allowing a couple yards here on these last 2 plays.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
A&M comes back out with another first down. From the gun, the ground game. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Military stunt.
They'll try the run. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He makes a catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. He's looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
To the air on 2nd down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness. You just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab on the right. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
They just keep firing. Pocket breaking down. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 50, the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Aggie. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and stopped at the 17. get this drive going from the 17. To the air on first down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Touchdown, Aggies. The defense putting points on the board.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
And the returner goes down. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
With the 12th man standing at the ready, and at times it seemed as if A&M needed them, the Aggies take down the Razorbacks and win this rivalry game. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse